Hello folks, this is Steve AB4L. I'm going to highlight a comment on one of my ham radio videos that I received today. Now, I'm a ham radio operator. Got my license when I was an early teenager. The guy and I who studied together to do it, he still has his license. He's up north. I wasn't a ham radio operator for a long time after I went off to college, but after I came to Raleigh, North Carolina, I got involved with the RARS, Raleigh Amateur Radio Society Club, and I got my ham radio license again. And that was more than 30 years ago. But my friend George has had it since, same call sign since he was a teenager. So anyway, Rick says, "Hey, my friend, Rick here. I do not have a ham license, but I do enjoy monitoring shortwave of broadcasts of various kinds. I carry a small portable receiver with me whenever I travel and have bought a couple of nice transmitters. Maybe they're CB transmitters, I don't know. I just like listening. When you play these videos," and he's talking about my rag chew videos, which I did 2,000 of them, "I enjoy having them in the background as I work in my shop or tie flies in my den." So he goes back to having followed my good twin, Uncle Steve Fishing. While perusing through eBay, which is the junk pile of the world for sale, a while back I found one of your old QSL cards, QSL cards. QSO. See, in the days with telegraphy, instead of spelling everything out, there's certain phrases or things you want to say that you say in every single conversation. So why not use an abbreviation? So QSO is a conversation. QSL is an acknowledgement card proving you had the contact. QRZ, question mark, who's calling me? QRM, interfering noise from other stations. QRN, static noise. Okay, you got the idea? There's a whole list of them. So he's talking about QSL cards. December 25th, 1989. Now that's back a couple of years after I got to Raleigh and got back into ham radio. Some guy in Canada was selling it. Now pay attention to that. Some guy in Canada was selling it. I, of course, bought it. If you want it, I can send it to you for free or just a picture of it. Just seeing if you might want it for old time's sake. Let's track it down. AB4L, that's my call sign. QSL card, eBay. And there it is. It was for sale for $8.50. So this is the eBay page that it took me to. Now, this is J6LSN, that's a Japan, that's a Caribbean station, or is that Japan? Yeah, St. Lucia, Caribbean station, that's a QSL card. Here's somebody, WB5UWI/VE1, an American ham radio operator operating in Canada with permission. That's what the VE1 is, Maritime Province. When I worked in Mexico 91 into 92, I took my ham radio with me. I got permission to operate, and I operated as XE1/AB4L. AB4L/QRP. There's another Q sign. That means low power, 5 watts or less. Normally I'm running about 100 watts. And it's something called the 3905 Century Club. So if you were to do $39.05 Century Club net schedule, 3905ccn.org, and what it is that you all get on the same frequency. Either originally it was on 3905 megahertz, the 75 meter phone band, but I mainly worked it on the 40 meter band. They're on every night. And people are trying to work all states or all Canada, and that's their chance to converge and get a chance to do it instead of just looking for them at random. It's a club. And I participated in it for a number of years. Now, let's look back at the original comment. December 25th, 1989. December 25th, 1989. And he said, some guy in Canada was selling it. Now, this card was sent. This is the acknowledgement card. This is proof that he made contact with me when he goes to get the award. KD5YQ is the call sign. My call sign is AB4L. This appears to be the card. It's been sold. So he probably bought it. Rick bought it. But does it sound contradictory that this is being sent to somebody in Louisiana, I think? So let's look at it. $2 economy shipping from outside the United States. So it sounds like this is the one. Somebody in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada has it. He might have bought a batch of them from this guy, KD5YQ. He's sorting through them, and he's trying to sell them online. Why would he pick mine? Maybe he saw when he did all right, if you do a search, see, they gave me the same search again. All I said was AB4L. It says Federal Communications, ham radio license. There I am. There's a ham radio web page. There's an eBay. There's a YouTube video. So they might have done something like that and picked out which cards they thought could sell, unless I've become famous behind my back. I give the call sign I had when I was a teenager, K1ADR. When I got back into ham radio, I got a novice license, KC4BBE. But when I upgraded, I went for a new call sign. That's where I got the AB4L. So this was a time when I was on the 3905 Century Club on 75 meter band working with 5 watts or less, and I made a contact with somebody call sign KD5YQ. And when I did a search on that, I found this page. And here he is. KD5YQ, previous call sign WB5VBO. That was his novice license. I can tell by the call sign structure. Originally got it in 1993. So he became a new ham a few years after I got back into it. And that may be one of the reasons why he was on the 3905 Century Club. He wanted to see if he could work all 50 states. But it says that although it had an expiration date of 2003, for some reason it was canceled in the year 2000. It gives his name and it gives his address. So I sent it to Corinth, Mississippi. But the card was owned and sold on eBay by somebody in Ontario, Canada. I have no idea how it got into his hands. Okay? So I'm just giving you a little education. Rick, thank you very much. What I'll do is I'll let you keep the card. I still have some of these blank that I haven't used. All right? And one of the features why people might want to actually contact me preferentially on the net is because I was operating from the state capital of North Carolina, whereas other people might be somewhere in North Carolina. There are people who are doing things like all 50 state capitals. 3905 Century Club is a good place to look for those. I used to operate QRP. I used to operate mobile. And I used to operate my home station at full power. 3 different kinds of things. All right? So, to buy it, you had to pay $8.50 and $2 for the shipping. And he got it sometime in April last year. Delivery estimated Tuesday, April 1st to Monday, April 7th to, but the interesting thing is that this is my postal zip now. So I don't understand what that's about. All right? I never would have known about it except I have an audience and people say, "Hey, is this you?" Yeah, it's me. This was on the back of the QSL card. Okay? 5-9 means I can hear you clearly, every word. 9 means maximum signal strength. 2-way mode single sideband, not telegraphy, but voice and a particular mode of voice. The frequency was on the 39035 Century Club original frequency. And it was in Christmas Day. Christmas Day, 1989. I didn't have anything better to do. I enjoyed it. Steve AB4L. Thank you, Rick. Thank you. I'll let you keep the card. Who knows, it might be worth a gold bar in another 100 years. Saying, see you at 73.